It's Saturday the 14th of December in the Vendée Globe, the skipper's 34th day at sea, and in the top three Yoann Richomme is on the charge. We start off with an update from Charlie Dalin, who at the front is theoretically now on his way home, having crossed the halfway point, and then also Giancarlo Pedote, who is one of the group of sailors who travelled a little bit further north in the Indian Ocean to try and avoid the deep depression which was making its way east. We also have the latest tracker, the leaderboard, as well as taking a look at a couple of PredictWind options for the sailors and a couple more updates from skippers on the boats.
Yes, how are you? Yeah, I'm fine. In the middle of the night. All good here in the Pacific Ocean. Happy to be in this one. But yeah, very unstable tonight. Very unstable. Yeah, I got like I'm in sort of a frozen doldrums with like hail squalls and 40 knot squalls and yeah, very unstable winds, shifting in all directions. Yeah, shifting a lot and big walls. So not an easy night. So, but yeah, great, perfect. Happy to done half of the race, heading home. I'll be really feeling to. You really start to feel that you're heading home when you start to synchronize again the timeline, like at the moment I'm not 12 hours ahead of Europe yet.
No, exactly.
That will be the anti-meridian will be a bit east of New Zealand, and last time I really felt like I was starting to get close to home when the hours were starting to synchronize again.
Here we are still in the Indian Ocean. The boat go very fast right now, and the scenario is always the same. We go in direction Cape Lewin with big low pressure behind us that push very strong. Right now there is the bigger behind me that arrives slowly, and I'm going into the north for take less strong. Then I hope that I can begin to go south for approach Cape Lewin. Of course, the life right now on board is not easy. Everything is difficult. Sleep, eat, everything. Just also stand up. But so, this is the situation in this area. So, thank you very much for following me here on board of Christian. Everything is good right now.
On the tracker we can see there in the east we've got Charlie Dalin still in the lead, whereas to the west we've got that deep depression in the Indian Ocean. If we zoom in at the front, we can see there how Yoann Richomme is on the charge, 24.9 knots, and now in second place. And then going a bit further back, we can see there Holcim PRB, and we'll hear from Nico Lunven a little bit later. He's the most northerly of that chasing pack, and you can see just to the south of him a very light wind patch, and one of the boats which will make gains here is Malaysia Sea Explorer, Boris Herrmann, who is coming down in a bit more pressure, and it looks like he could catch that group up ahead. Let's just zoom out a little bit more and go back to that depression in the Indian Ocean. We can see there is Giancarlo Pedote, who we heard from, and talking about going north to get out of that depression. He's in that group of 5 boats. But if you look here, you've got Damien Seguin, and he is right in the thick of it at the moment. We can see on board 38, 40 knots of wind. And then if we take a look at the wave picture, the waves there are 7.5 meters, so we hope that he is okay on board. The ranking reinforces Yoann Richomme's charge and shows he's averaging 17.79 knots over 24 hours compared to Dalin, who is only doing 13.75, so over 4 knots faster, which has put him within 200 nautical miles of the lead. As we scroll down, we can see there we've got Boris Herrmann, now 10th place. He's closing the gap to that group in front. He's averaging 17.36, whereas look just ahead, Paul Milhat just 12 knots and Yannick Besthaven only 11.28 knots. And there, Sam Davies on Initiative's Kerr averaging 19.52 knots. Pip Hare in 15th now, she's moved up a place. And in 19th place we've got Yoann Richomme, the leading daggerboard boat. SailWorld.com's New Zealand editor Richard Gladwell has done the PredictWind routing options for Yoann Richomme. We can see how he uses that low pressure system to head across past New Zealand towards the ice boundary. It's then a very light wind patch ahead which could slow Dalin but mean that Richomme can catch up even more. After that we can see it's using the pressure systems which are in that Pacific past Point Nemo, and then another low pressure system starts to develop which he can use as the fleet progresses towards Cape Horn, and this is getting through to Friday and Saturday next week.
So yes, it's good. We have about the weather, we have a kind of tricky situation for the weekend to come, with a light wind to few light wind area to manage. Not easy to manage because at the beginning you want to be north to avoid the light wind, but at the end of the weekend you want to be south to catch the new wind. So it's not easy to know exactly which route to choose. So I am focused on that right now because I just received the last weather file. And then after Tasmania, for the beginning of next week, we will probably have a good run on whipping on port side. I hope with flexi stakes. If we are able to stay far enough ahead of the low pressure system just behind us, the stakes should be fine. So I hope so. To bring us up to, I would say, 30% of the Pacific Ocean.
A light wind transition here. We're expecting a big wind shift to the right. At the moment the wind is coming from here. So we are sailing downwind quite slowly. And maybe I did an error. There's this cloud line, and an hour ago I sailed out of the wind, and I didn't realize quickly enough, and then dived, but didn't find the wind back since. But this looks very dark. Maybe that's the breeze. I will check on the radar if that's rain there. I can't really tell. Oh look, there's a bird. Very little birds in general. There's one here, just a small one. No albatrosses. It's very rare to get on deck and have an outlook and enjoy the scenery. This is probably how people enjoy sailing, like looking over the ocean, but that's not reality. Reality is more spending the day in here with the foggy windows. And yeah, talk later, huh? So good, so far so good.
We have just this morning received footage from Damien Seguin on Groupe Apicil, who is in that Indian Ocean storm, very close to the ice boundary. And we can see the mountainous seas there that he is encountering. It is incredibly difficult when you have conditions like this. It's going to be 40 knots, but the gusts can easily be 1.5 times that, so up to 60 knots. And those seas up to 8 meters there, you can see just how big those are. Doing anything in these conditions, just eating, trying to sleep, absolutely impossible. And so it's a case of just getting through it as well he can, trying to avoid breakage, sailing with reduced sail area, just to keep himself going. Thank you very much for watching today. Please do subscribe to our channel if you're enjoying these updates. The button is down here. And take a look at sailworld.com and yachtsandyachting.com for all the latest news in sailing.